Hello everyone, it's May 5th here in Minnesota. We're getting things cleaned up in preparation for summer. As you can see, the hostas are just starting to come up. We've cleaned most of the leaves off. Later, after the hostas are a little bigger, we'll put down some mulch here, fill in some of the planters with some nice flowering plants. Last fall we transplanted some of these bushes, and it's nice to see that they're budding out. We've got some hydrangeas here. This statue got moved from a different location up to here. We're giving it a test drive, see if we like this place. Here's a little bit of color, some ground phlox. It blooms every spring for a little while. I've got all the fountains going. Well, I mean, they've started up. This one's not going right now. I'm especially pleased to see this ring planting around here. Everything seems to be coming up okay. We've got hostas and a still bee in there. Over here we have the daylilies are coming up nicely. Petunias are coming up nicely also. Bushes are starting to leaf out. There's another little early spring color and a rhododendron bush. Over on the left here where the hosta garden is, there were a lot of leaves. We leave the leaves on during the winter on purpose to help protect the roots and the hostas. There's a fountain that's actually going. This area's got a little bit of a redesign this year. Put in 2 tall arborvitaes in the back there to add some color. These pots will get set up with fairy gardens this year, so check back and see what things look like. Spider plants were some of the first plants to come out of the basement. They do pretty well down to 35 degrees, even though we're dealing with some cold nights here. Over here is a new project that we're planning. I gotta move some of these hostas, and we're gonna make a flagstone path that goes through here. In the back, that birdhouse and bird bath were farther up, and we moved them back a little in the garden to make more room. There's a lot of smaller statues that still have not come out of storage yet. So everything was kept in the gazebo over the winter. I've got some plants in here because it got a little chilly last night, so it gives them a little protection. been some renovations going on over here in the Japanese garden where this tall brown fountain is. Here there was a mulberry tree last year. Well, it died, so we had it cut down. So I've been redoing things. I actually added about 2 feet onto the back of this area. And then put some stone along the bottom to create a wall effect. And so this area is pretty well ready for mulch and the potted plants that will sit around. This area we call the sun garden because it's one of the few areas in the yard that gets more than 6 hours of sunlight every day. We've got a lot of the lilies coming up, some of the tall phlox, and these broadleaf looking plants here are weeds. So I got a little work to do. And the only perennials here are some bee balm that aren't doing very well, so they'll have to get replaced. And there's 2 taller perennials, cardinal plants. Yeah, I couldn't remember what they were for a minute there. This area with the big white arbor is where we plant our pink petunias, the Supertunias. And so I've got a fair amount of weeding to do here before we can get them in the ground. I'm hoping to get this all planted here in the next week. We've already made some purchases at the garden center, of course, because as soon as they start selling the flowers, we're there. These were very brilliant geraniums. Couldn't pass up. So there you have it. That's what things look like on May 5th. Next video will be in July with things all lush and colorful and green.